and sisters, this particular chapter of Mark's Gospel, chapter 5, is brimming with what I like to say are impossible cases. As a matter of fact, many scholars and theologians calls this particular text of the Bible home for impossible situations. Because right here in Mark chapter 5, there's not one, not two, but there are 3 cases given in this chapter, which are absolutely hopeless and impossible. Somebody shout impossible. First of all, there was the demonic man. Then there's this diseased woman. And then at the very end, there's a dead girl. All 3 of these cases were considered impossible in the Lord's day. Brothers and sisters, for instance, the demonic man would be assigned to a mental institution. This poor woman would be assigned to a terminal care unit. And the girl, of course, would be carried somewhere and placed in a cemetery. But brothers and sisters, as you move through the events in this 5th chapter of Mark, you soon discover that Jesus, y'all know him, don't you? Is more than able for every situation. Brothers and sisters, there's nothing impossible with him. I wish I had a praying church tonight. In every situation, brothers and sisters, we see that Jesus was more than enough. Because to the man who was demonized, Jesus became the great psychiatrist. To the woman who was diseased, Jesus was the great physician. And to the girl who was dead, Jesus was the great pediatrician. And so, brothers and sisters, as Jesus was journeying this day, the text says that he was thronged by a crowd. People were pressing all around him. But in this crowd, there's a weak, timid, and a dying woman who needed something from the Lord. She had made up in her mind that if I could just touch but his clothes, everything in my life will be transformed. Are y'all gonna help me tonight? And brothers and sisters, there are some of you tonight in this church who may need to do what this woman did. Maybe you need something in your own life. And you're just sitting at the house doing nothing, waiting on God to drop a blessing through your roof into your lap. But brothers and sisters, this lady shows us that sometimes when you need something from the Lord, you yourself have to initiate the move. In other words, you sometimes have to move first. Are y'all gonna talk to me? Tell your neighbor, initiate the move. Brothers and sisters here, first of all, this lady shows us how she handled this situation. First of all, the text shows us the horror she endured. Because verse 25 shows us her symptoms. We're told that she suffered from an issue of blood. Somebody shout issue. This literally means, brothers and sisters, that she was hemorrhaging or bleeding from some part of her body. The word issue means a flowing of blood. Brothers and sisters, this was a very sick woman. Because every day she woke up, all she did did was face the same old situation. I wish I had a praying church. And brothers and sisters, sometimes life is just that way with you and I. Sometimes you pray and you pray, you call on the Lord, you didn't face this problem, and you wake up the next day, you got the same old problem, you got the same old situation, there's the same old dilemma, there's the same sickness, there's the same pain, brothers and sisters. So brothers and sisters, this constant flow of blood such as this caused this woman so much suffering. She had suffered, brothers and sisters, physically, because from the constant blood loss, this poor woman was now weak and anemic. She had become pale. She had no energy. Everything she tried to do would just wear her out, and she was weak, broken down, and she was pathetic. The word plague is the same word that is translated whip. Somebody shout whip. In other words, her disease was like a whip that was constantly beating her down day by day. And brothers and sisters, can I tell you, if you're not careful, life will put a whooping on you sometimes. Y'all ain't talking to me tonight. I wish you'd help your preach to your neighbor and tell them, neighbor, life has a way of putting a whooping on you sometimes. I wish I had a praying church tonight. And we're even told that this lady had been being whipped day by her situation, by her sickness, and we're even told that she had tried all of the remedies of the physicians. She had run from doctor to doctor, had gone from this place to that place, but she still suffered even while under the doctor's care. Tell somebody it's going to get better. Oh, y'all ain't talking to nobody. Tell somebody it's going to get better. She had suffered not only physically, but she had suffered socially, because you know the story, you know the situation, you know the law. She couldn't marry nobody. She couldn't have a boo or a babe. See how quiet y'all get right there? Because through physical contact, she would defile her companion. And if she had been married, her husband would have been forced to divorce her. She couldn't work around people because of the danger of defilement. So this woman was really a nobody. She had nothing. She had spent all that she had. She had no answers. Everything got worse. The Bible says you would have expected things to get better, but they rather grew worse. And brothers and sisters, what do you do when bad goes to worse? Y'all ain't talking to me. I wish I had a praying church in here. What do you do when bad, brothers and sisters, only gets worse? You've been talking to God, you've been praying about that thing, you've been fasting, you've been doing right by the Lord, and yet and still everything around you is chaos. Y'all ain't talking to me tonight. So she had suffered physically, she had suffered physically, she had suffered not only that, but she suffered emotionally. Because since the Bible says she had been this way for 12 years, she's lived half of her life moving from one rejection after another. So she's lonely, she's isolated, and she's desperate. But tell your neighbor it's gonna get better. Suffered religiously because under the law over in Leviticus, this woman in this text is considered to be unclean. Yes, sir. So anything or anyone that she touches is unclean. So as a result of this, she couldn't mingle with people in public. She couldn't even go to revival at the temple because she was considered unclean. And to keep on, the problem kept on growing worse. She had also suffered financially, because the Bible tells us that she had spent not some, not most of it, but all. Are y'all gonna help me tonight? Running from doctor to doctor, still getting the same bad results. The doctors could not help her. So all they had done was drain her bank account. So this lady is broken. She's busted and disgusted. Money done got funny. Change done got strange. Brothers and sisters, after all of these years, all the doctors, out of all of the doctors, all the times, she had hope that this remedy would be the one that would work. She has come now to a place where she knows she's living under a death sentence. And I have no doubt that she's just about to give up. But can I tell you, brothers and sisters, sometimes you're right at the break of dawn. And that's when the Lord will show up. Brothers and sisters, he always shows up when he knows you bad all you can bear. I wish I had a praying church in here. He'll show up when you're just about to throw in the towel. He'll show up when your money done got funny. Change done got strange. Friends done got few. Family members have walked away from you. When you're about to pull your hair out of your head, God will then show up. If you don't believe me, ask the disciples. He came not on the first watch of the night, but he came on the fourth watch of the night. And when he came walking on the water. I wish I had a praying church in here. And when he got there where they were, he made everything all right. And I hate to bother y'all because I know y'all ready to go in the kitchen and eat that fish, but you ought to have to tell your neighbor he's going to show up after a while. You got to hang in there. You got to hold on. You got to learn how to endure some things. You got to learn how to go through some storms. You got to learn how to hold on to your faith because we've been made. Ain't got no help in front of me. Endure for a night, but joy. Tell your neighbor it's going to get better. That's the wrong neighbor. I need to hear y'all tonight. Tell somebody it's going to get better. Matter of fact, go ahead and remind them you ain't leaving like you came. But y'all ain't talking to me tonight. You want to tell somebody I'm leaving better than I came. I probably make it worse, but I'm leaving better. That was the horror she endured. But then there's the hope she embraced. Because verse 27 of the text declares that there was a declaration that this woman heard. Brothers and sisters, faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of God. That's why I tell people everywhere I go, if God has done something for you, don't sit down on your testimony. Your testimony may save my life. Because if I see God has done it for you, then that'll let me know he can do it for me too. So there's a declaration she heard. There's a declaration she heard. Somewhere from some source. This poor, broken, sick, dying woman heard about Jesus. Brothers and sisters, whenever you start talking about Jesus, things ought to get better. Y'all ain't talking to me tonight. I remember a time in church, and I'm not that old. I'm not that old, brothers and sisters. I remember a time in church when folk would mention the name Jesus. Folk would get happy. And they'd run and they'd shout, they'd scream, and they'd holler, but now y'all don't even wave your hand. And Jesus is still in the miracle working business. You ought to tell your neighbor there's still power. Wonder working power. In from some source. She heard about Jesus. But y'all gonna walk with me tonight? Maybe she had heard how he had healed that leper in Mark chapter 1. Maybe she had heard about the wild man that Jesus had helped in Mark chapter 5. Maybe she had heard about how he had fed the hungry, clothed the naked, healed blind men. Brothers and sisters, no doubt this woman heard about the Lord. And in her mind she's told herself, he's got to be the one. I've tried everybody else. I've tried everything else. Why not try him? And grandmother would say it this way, that when you've tried everything else and everything else seems to fail, try Jesus. I wish I had a praying church tonight. You want to help me preach to your neighbor and tell him, try the man. Oh, you want to try that man who walked on the wall. You want to try the man who come to see. You want to try the man who holds your future. Tell somebody, try the man from Galilee. He's still able, church. Some of y'all looking funny. Some of y'all should have been dead, sleeping in your grave. But Jesus made a way. So wherever she heard it from, I'm just thankful tonight that she heard about it. Hallelujah. People won't come to your church until you start back talking about Jesus. Or y'all gonna help me tonight. People not gonna come to the mercy seat or the mourning's bench until y'all start talking about Jesus. If you don't know nothing else to say, you ought to tell him he's a mighty good healer. I'm quite sure some of you been sick in here. Y'all ain't helping me tonight. If you don't know nothing else to tell him, you ought to tell him he's been bread on the table, water in dry places. Tell your neighbor, keep on talking about it. Oh, the more you talk about it, the better things would be. But y'all gonna help me right in front of me. Tell your neighbor, keep on talking about it. Oh, I can tell you some things myself, who's been my mother since mama been gone. He's been a brother since my brother been gone. He's been a sister. He's been a rock in a weary land. He's been a shelter in the time of a storm. I need about 4 or 5 of y'all in here tonight who can tell somebody he's been my everything. The Bible says, I'm getting out of here tonight. Take your time right now. But the Bible says she heard about the Lord. And she didn't wait on him to touch her. But she made the first move. Some of y'all waiting on him to do all kinds of things. But you won't even make the first move. Sunday morning, you won't even get up and come to church. You gotta make the first move. Wednesday night, you won't even go to Bible study. You see how quiet y'all get there? But you gotta make the first move. Then you won't even get down on your knees at the house and pray. You've got to learn how to make the first move. Or y'all gonna help me, brothers. Yes, I can see this lady sitting at her house worried and afraid. Don't know what she's going to do next. But brothers and sisters, when you've done all you can, and when you've done the best you can, Lord, and still your best ain't good enough, you got to learn how to put it all in the Lord's hand. I see you, Sister Brookins. You know what I'm talking about tonight. Because we've had to learn how to put some things in the Lord's hand. Are y'all gonna help me here? Tell your neighbor, let Jesus have it. You can't fix it. You can't work it out. You don't know how to make it better. Are y'all gonna ride with me tonight? Look at somebody and say, neighbor, let Jesus have it. He knows how to fix it. He knows how to make it better. He knows how to lift you up. He knows how to heal your body. He knows how to make everything all right. And if y'all don't mind, tell somebody you won't leave like you came. Y'all ain't talking to nobody. This lady was here tonight. She tell you, I came with a broken heart. I came with no money in my pocket. I came with sickness in my body. Oh, I made my way to the right man. And I made my way to the right man. And I was able to get what I needed. And tell somebody, you want to tell somebody, say neighbor, whatever you need tonight, God's got it. He may not have it in his hand, but thank God for his hand. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me. She didn't get it from his hand. She got it from his hand. And right there was enough medicine in his hand. Tell your neighbor, he's got everything that you need tonight. Lord ain't helping me. If y'all don't mind, grab somebody by their hand and say, neighbor, he's got it not only in his hand, but he's got it in his hand. All you gotta do is reach out and grab it. Yes, reach out and grab the Lord. He's able to make everything all right. Have I got a witness here? This lady came with nothing in her pocket, worried, fearful, even trembling. But by the time she touched his hem, she was able to testify, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving like I came. Help me tell somebody, say neighbor, I've been through the storm, been through the rain, but this weekend I made up my mind. I'm not leaving the church tonight like I came. I came bitter, but I'm leaving better. I came bent over, but I'm leaving better. I came with a broken heart, but I'm leaving with joy tonight. rejoicing. Come on, church, shout with me. Come on, church, rejoice with me. If you know the Lord is able tonight, come on, rejoice with me. Let everything